Hey, good morning, everyone. This is part one of a three-part lesson. So today we're talking about this coin toss experiment. And what you can do is you can either print this out, work this in Google Docs, or write it on a separate sheet of paper, take a picture to turn it in. So what you'll be doing today is filling out this table in Google Docs or on a piece of paper, and also plotting points on this graph and answering these discussion questions. Okay, so that's an overview for what you're going to be doing today. Now, you have the option to collect your own data, or you can just watch this video and see how I'm collecting data. And the whole purpose of this is to do some mathematical modeling. So this is what real mathematicians do to try to find relationships between data. So you're creating a function that models or represents a relationship. And that's what mathematicians do. So you're going to be acting like real mathematicians today, because you are. Okay? So, a relationship. So for this experiment, I've got 50 coins here off to the side, and I'm just starting with one. Okay, so I'm going to start with one coin. It's got a head and a tail, so you could be using M&Ms or Skittles or anything that has a head and a tail. Somehow you can choose. Okay, so I'm going to start with one. I'm shaking it up, and I'm going to see is it, heads or tails? And it's heads. So I'm going to say, okay, I have one coin that landed heads up, and when I have a coin that lands heads up, that's how many coins I'm going to add to my pile. So I'm really adding these two numbers. 1 plus 1 will be 2, and that's how many coins I have at the start of my next trial. So every time I shake these coins in my hands is a trial. So I'm shaking this again, and both landed heads up. Now think, is that what we would have expected to happen, or how many do you think should have landed heads up? So now, 2 plus 2, I have 4. And how many of these do you think should land heads up? And I've got only 1 landed heads up. So now 4 plus 1 is 5. I'm bringing in my 5th coin, and I'm going to shake these up. And this is going to keep going. So if you're doing this on your own, you don't have to watch this whole video. You can collect your own data. I've got 2. So now 5 will become 7. So trial 5. And I'm going to shake these up. Oops. And see how many land heads up. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heads up. So I'm going to add 5 more pennies. And now I have 12 pennies. I'm going to shake these up. And again, how many do you think? How many do you think I should have landing heads up? Okay, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 landed heads up. So now I have 19 total once I add in my new 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to shake up all my 19 pennies. And see what I get. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5. Okay. 5 were heads up. So now I'll have 24 pennies. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake them up, put them down. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. 16 pennies. 16 plus 24 will be 40. So I'm going to add in my 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, I'm going to shake one more time just to see what I get, because I only have 50 pennies, so I know I'm not going to be able to do the next trial unless only like less than 10 land heads up. Okay, shake one more time. And I've got, okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18. 18 landed heads up. So then I would have been starting trial 10 with, that would have been 58 pennies. But since I'm out of pennies, this is where I'm going to stop. If you're doing this on your own, keep going until you get to a number above 50, because I asked you to start with 50 objects that have both the heads and tails, right? Okay, so now what you're going to do is on your graph, you want to label your axes. The x-axis is going to be your trial number. And your y-axis is going to be the number of objects at the start of trial. And then your assignment today is to, first of all, have this table filled out. And again, you can use my data or collect your own. And then graph those points on this graph. So we've got trial number is going to be the x-axis, and number of objects at the start of the trial will be the y-axis. We don't need to graph this column. This column just helped us to add these numbers. Okay, so this data on this graph is what you're doing for your classwork, as well as these discussion questions. And if you want, you can discuss them with a friend or take a minute, think about them, watch the video again if you need to. And again, I've got office hours, so I look forward to talking to you later. All right, bye.